Welcome. Thank you for coming, everybody. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Be right back. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Oh Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Oh my Lord, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna. Oh. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Ooh. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Bhagavad Gita, where we left off. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Yeah, when you get to shelter the name, this is the way of purification. Just enjoying, relishing, playing with the Lord, being close to the Lord, being close to Krishna, supreme form. Everything is accomplished in that. Intimacy, intimate relation. Everything is finished and accomplished. Perfect. Perfect. See, life is all about sacrifice. Everybody must sacrifice to the Lord. And whether you do it unconsciously or consciously, like this is the highest conscious sacrifice because you're in full awareness of what you're doing. In the other sacrifices in the modes of nature, you're bewildered, but you're doing sacrifice indirectly, just like working. You're working a job, and if you like working, like job, regular job, something you try not doing it, you'll see like you get all your mind gets all messed up, See, because that's your qualification for the kind of sacrifice to do. You need to engage your energy in some kind of sacrifice at the level that you're able, even though you're not aware that you're actually doing this for God. Inside, it's He gives us all paths lie upon Krishna like pearls on a string. Okay? So the path of fruit of work lies upon the Lord. He gives that path for the fruit of workers. That's their qualification. Yeah. Sense enjoyment, enjoying your senses, that's external bhakti. It's very, very external. Extremely external. It's like, it's just, it's, usually in the mode of passion and ignorance. Usually people do it too much. Yeah. Religiosity, that's a path. It's religiosity has still material motives involved in there. You're doing it for some material reason is mixed in there. So it's not the purest thing. Let me shut this off. I don't need this here. See, so Lord Caitanya wanted people to have an easy way to sacrifice and get the deepest result, and this is this chanting. See, but the thing is, you really need to get the chanting empowered by the association of those who are empowered by the chanting. By that association, it makes everything. It makes everything work. You get really clear knowledge from those kinds of devotees. See, they're actually real devotees because they have real devotion. Most Vaishnavas aren't real yet. They're beginners. They're doing external devotional service. See, they're in due course in this life and probably actually future lives. They'll make progress towards the platform of pure devotional service. It goes by association. I mean, anybody can do it here now because you've got devotees empowered by the pure bhakti potency here in this Sangha. It's very rare. It's a very great opportunity, actually. If anybody has sufficient intelligence, they would be here in a second. This is like the statement of Ramananda Roy. If pure devotional service is available somewhere, someone should immediately drop everything and fly there. See, fly. That's the kind of place this is here. See, because it's only available. Pure devotional service is only available from the devotee, the liberated devotee who has gotten the mercy of Lord Caitanya and the Vaishnavas, or Lord Chaitanya's mercy through the Vaishnavas, either in this life or a previous one. See? But if they have the mercy, you'll have the symptoms. Forget about asking who is their guru. No, do they have the symptoms? If you've been reading Prabhupada's books and Chaitanya Bhagavad, and you've been a devotee for 40 years, and you still can't analyze the symptoms of what is a liberated soul, that shows you that all your studies is basically futile, because it's all about coming to the place where you can, through your study of the books, is analyze where the living transcendental potency is being manifested in some temple in this world. Otherwise, you don't get pure. You can't even purify yourself or anybody else. See, you got to get purified first. You got to follow the process. You got to be like Maharaj Parikshit and listen to a real devotee. See, a lot of people, they don't. They think, well, I can do it on my own. You have no idea the level of consciousness being manifested here. The way you get some idea, you look at the witnesses here. Look at the changes they went through. Okay? That's a testament to what's going on here. That's a testament of Lord Chaitanya's spiritual power to bring people to prema. And Narayan Maharaj couldn't do it. And he was teaching supposedly Raganuga Bhakti. Yeah. So the empowerment to do that wasn't there. Even though he was trying. See, a lot of people, they want to try, like that brahmachari just wanted to try to attain the intimate association of Lord Caitanya and his intimate devotees. He went the right way, but he's teaching the sannyasis. Yeah, don't try to do it by your austerities. Try to do it the right way. Go through the devotee. Follow the real Bhagavatam. Nobody practically is following the real Bhagavatam. Real Bhagavatam is you're like Maharaj Parikshit. And you sit before an empowered devotee, which are very rare to find. Shukadeva Goswami was very rare to find. He had the symptoms of an empowered devotee. He was like Prahlad. You listen to Prahlad, you get bhakti. You listen to Shukadeva Goswami, you get bhakti. I mean, you really listen. Okay? That kind of potency is here, obviously, because people are listening attentively and they're getting bhakti. They're getting over the obstacles. Yeah, we're even taking them through the Valabhabhata obstacle. That's the last chapter. I mean, the last Anshalila is one of the higher obstacles. Getting people through the false ID. The teachy one. Valabhabhata was stuck there. He thought he knew all about. He had the right conclusion, and he wanted to preach that to the devotees, but they wouldn't listen. He had to get more purified. See, we bring people through that obstacle, or they have the chance to get through it here. That's how much spiritual potency is here. Where do you see people chanting the holy name with ecstatic devotion, like what you read about in the books? Where? In the Narayan Raj Sangha? I never seen even one. Not even one. I was there a year and a half looking around. In Vrindavan. Not even the most intimate associates of Narayan Raj. Never saw them. I went to the intimate associate classes where you had to be especially picked to go in. Nothing. Just, to me, it was boring. To me, this is substance, isn't it? Don't you get this, man? Can't you feel this? Can't you feel the practicality of it? Can you see it's really Prabhupada, man? Prabhupada was very practical, but he was full of bhakti. Okay? Can you see the practicality of this, preaching the spontaneous devotion of Raganuga Bhakti in such a way that people actually get it and not just in their mind about it and never have a real tear for Krishna, never have deep ecstasy. Yeah. Can you imagine? Yeah. Amazing grace. Yeah. Amazing clarity. Okay. What clarity? Where does it come from? Ecstatic chanting. That's why if you're not chanting like you see here, you're not clear, man. You can't get clear. See, Radharani, the personification of devotion, is very clear about who Krishna is and what Krishna is because of devotion. Without it, she wouldn't understand anything about Krishna or anybody else. That's the thing. Most people are just chanting the outside, doing external bhakti. External means you don't have the full formula yet. You're chanting and Hare Krishna, do your 16 rounds. Okay, great. Put your bead bag away. Tomorrow's another day. Yeah. Did you realize anything? Well, no, I just did it by rounds, man. Did you feel anything? Feel? Are you supposed to feel? See, people are like that. Oh, what? Gaur can't be doing the real thing. You may have many times people say that to me. Oh, Gauri, you can't do this because you're enjoying this too much, man. You're this is sense gratification, man. You really like doing this. This is wrong. You got to have a sour puss on your face like us. When your spiritual body is awakened, you enjoy serving Krishna. Krishna enjoys being served. As a matter of fact, Krishna also enjoys serving his devotees. What do you think he's doing here? I'm serving the Lord. He's serving out himself here. Everybody, we're all getting a serving of Krishna. Oh, we're getting fed. All right. I didn't know another hat, chef. Ah, preparing the food. This is a preparation. Chefing, cooking. Watch out for Shamaguri. She's going to be a bulldog preacher, man. Yeah, this is how you get clear, man. It's such a simple way. You can study. You could be like Acharya Dave. You can go to college and get a PhD. I couldn't imagine going through all that. Would be hell for me, man. Go sit in class for 4, 5, 6 years. You got to get first a bachelor's, then you got to get a master's, and then you got to get a friggin' PhD. Oh my God! You know how many years of being conditioned and brainwashed? No wonder he's telling everybody to get the little injection. He's brainwashed, man, like everybody else. Yeah, he's sitting, what, 10 years in school. Oh my God. In a mundane school. I don't know how they could do it, how anybody could do it. Tamal Krishna started doing it. Acharya Dave got to do, I think I'll do the same thing. And he went to college also. See, I've always, even when I was a Christian, I used to think, why are people going to theological schools? What, they didn't get it? They don't know that it's about surrendering to Christ and being Christed, christened, blessed, by surrendering to the Lord, and the Lord empowering you. That's the degree. It's a degree of love for God, man. Is the degree of how good you can preach and how much you know, how much you can awaken in others, how much you can transform others, because the Lord is working with you. That's like you found a real Marvel superhero, my friends. See, that's everybody can be a Marvel superhero. It's not for these so-called special ones. Well, you don't think, you can be special when you're specially united again with the Lord. And the Lord, then just by playing with God, being close to the Lord, everything is accomplished. You're doing the highest service to God. God, Christians just think, I just want somebody to play with. And then everything will automatically get done because that's just how I do it. I just glance here and glance there and it gets done. See, I think some people believe feelings lead to elation, yeah, and elation, as in what goes. Hey, thanks, Philip, for actually stepping out there, because that's great comment, man. Thank you. That gives a nice discussion. Everybody should do like that. Yeah. See, lead to elation and delation, as what goes up must come down. Yeah, okay. See, highest truth. See, Srimad Bhagavatam, and the devotee preaches Srimad Bhagavatam as it is the highest truth distinguished from the illusions. People in illusion, what do they call this? Anthropomorphize. They say they thinking God is like them, or spirituality is like their material consciousness. Still, it's still not that, because that's true. If you get too high, then you're going to usually, people that are bipolar or very emotional, sometimes they get really high, and it might, like you get it, they're intoxicated on that high, and it's really excessive. What happens? They crash. See, but that's miserable. And the high is not really real. It's very superficial, and it's to do with the modes of nature, and it's a kind of intoxication. And you can even see that's why people, they have this. They call it. There's a word for it. Um, Mania, mania, manic, being manic, yeah, excessively high, or bipolar is another thing. And then they crash and they go very depressed. Okay? But that's material. Okay? That's that's a semblance. That's a Mayic form of how it is in the spiritual body and spiritual nature. In the spiritual nature, that's the reflection. But the real truth is this very deep high in ecstasy, very high, higher than that, higher than the manics, okay? Higher than that. And then a crash lower than the manics crashes. But it's, see, people, this is, they don't understand. They think, oh, that can't be good. Like they'll see, if they see a devotee like here, maybe Gauri, that they see chanting and crying and just, the feeling like really like, and you think, oh, that poor guy. No, inside is intense, incredible bliss. These are called devotional mellows. See, the ups and the downs are all ecstatic transformations. You can't understand that. You gotta come, and you gotta listen. You gotta get purified. You gotta get the gift, man. Get the gift of this spirit, and you will feel like devotees feel that are related to Lord Caitanya. Otherwise, you got no chance. That's why the gurus have no chance unless they come to the devotee that has this gift. That's why you're getting it before the gurus, many of you that are really, really listening and very much following the process being taught here. They believe in the words of their teacher, their guru, because they're very true, and they're not fools. They study the books even, and they see it's in there, and they study their own experience. And by listening, it's like they're getting the results of Mars going back to Godhead like in a short time. They're not dying. You don't have to give up the body. You got to get Godhead, man. You got to feel God, man. You feel that relationship, man. You don't have to give up the body. You can be in that body. The Lord ain't going to wait for you to die to get him. Not here. Not on my watch. Sometimes I like to be a little proud and arrogant. Can't help it, man. There's so much mercy here. I just, get carried away. Fanny, welcome. Thank you for coming. Yeah. See, so yeah, transcendental feelings. That's what it's all about. That's what we're here to awaken that spirit in people. You know, people are lucky to have such a situation here. Yeah, bold preaching. Yeah, the Lord make you a bold preacher. You watch, such is going to be bold. She'll make her cat bold. Her bold will stop being a scaredy cat. I had to go to the dentist and chant it in my mind the whole time. What an experience. Amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you see, the Lord very pleased to give himself to those who, Fanny just naturally came. She's just being herself. She naturally likes to listen. She naturally has faith in what we're doing. It's just natural. Didn't have to go through a lot of stuff. And therefore, the result is there, the ecstatic bliss, man. Still a mouse here, but mouse is getting bigger. Yeah, exactly. Mhm. So, Bhagavad Gita as it is. Continuing on in that chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. I like this one. Text number 9. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in the material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. See? Isn't this wonderful assurance? You know how many people are here like that already? They know the transcendental nature of the appearance of the Lord. They heard, it's been told, and now they experience that. So they're not coming back, man. If you believe in Bhagavad Gita, and I do, I love these verses, my life and soul. My God is these verses. These verses were Prabhupada's God. He loved these verses. That's happening here. People are being delivered here right before everybody's eyes. See? Oh, let's take one person, one out of so many already. Let's take Johann. He knows the transcendental nature and appearance of the Lord. He loves that. He knows by experience. He feels that nature in himself already. How about Lalita Ganga? How about Govinda? How about River? How about Fanny? How about Mary? Getting there. How about a lot of devotees here, Janaki? See, that's your assurance. You feel, you realize the transcendental nature. You heard it explained to you. The Lord came here. He appeared as Lord Caitanya to relish the bliss you see here, the ecstasy you see here, and to and to pass it on to others. That's why he came, and you see it with your own eyes. And then later on, you experience that. You do it. You also do it, and you deliver others that way. You know the appearance, why the Lord appeared, because you can relate, because you're doing that also. How are you going to come back here? You know too much. You feel too much. Transcendental bliss. No way, Jose, are you coming back? The one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance in this world. Okay, the best incarnation to know whose appearance is Lord Caitanya. He appeared for 2 reasons, right? We read that in chapter 3 and 4, especially 4, for 2 reasons: to relish the transcendental mellows of loving Krishna and to distribute that to others at the same time. That's it. Whoever knows that, you ain't coming back to this hellhole. You don't even have to face Carl Schwab's dictation anymore. No more injections by Fauci or Bill Gates. You're a free bird. We're going to give freedom for people, sovereignty in the Lord. See, them who feel it know it. Yeah, yeah. Most are caught up in mentally and hypnotized rules. Yeah, because speculation. See, you got to follow the process. So chant Hare Krishna, go to ISKCON or whatever, you go to Gaudiya Smiti, Gaudiya Math, and people have done that, and go chant, follow gurus who have not realized Krishna to this degree and this level of intimacy. Yeah, do that for a while and get purified, however long it takes, a few lives or many lives, and then you're going to have to meet somebody empowered like here to wake you up, man. And you go beyond speculation of the being hypnotized on the mental plane, hypnotized by your gurus, who are not any better than you unless they have ecstatic devotion. Oh, what, they may memorize a few more verses? Doesn't matter. They can't purify themselves or anybody else unless you are engaged in pure devotional service, my friends. or under the guidance of a real devotee, and being empowered because you're a devotee of a devotee and a disciple of a real spiritual master. That's the way it works. Always work like that. Not by rules alone, by inner mellows from who can give that reality. Yeah. Not by rules at all. Not those rules, not the rules taught by the Vaidhi. No, 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 no. By the inner mellows from who can give that reality. It has to be a person living that reality. Otherwise, there's no way you can get it. Lord Caitanya was living that reality. So many devotees here are living that reality. Therefore, they can give that reality to others. No one else can. It's not a mental job, a speculation. Well, look at me. I'm going to see my devotee. You see, I'm qualified. See, I got our clerks, our GBC got together and pointed us Guru Devs. Now we can deliver people. What do you think? It's a mental thing? Mental speculation, that's called. No, you follow the process. You have to follow. You find the rare, empowered spiritual master. We're teaching topmost teaching here. This is the door teaching. You don't go through the door, you don't get the prize, man. It's as simple as that. That's why people just come through the door. If you develop faith in this teaching, all I'm doing is preaching the book. And if you come to the point of loving the book, loving the conceptions, like your guru loves the book and loves the conceptions and loves the name, you got the mercy of of Krishna through the devotee. Now, all is well. All is blissful forever. Just so if you want to talk about rules, see, not by rules alone. No, no. Yeah, by rules alone, in the sense, just follow the rule. If you don't have ecstatic devotion, which most people don't, then you follow the process of the person who does, who's mature in their bhakti, is empowered to represent the disciplic line and bring the devotees from Vaidhi or from wherever walk of life you are, and bring them into the kingdom of God, because the devotee is the door, always been the door, always will be the door. They're preaching, their transcendental sound vibration that gives them shelter can give you shelter. No person who doesn't have the transcendental shelter can give you transcendental shelter. It's like saying, "Hey, man, I'm selling bread. I'm selling bread of life. I'm selling the bread of life. Oh yeah, good. I want some. Yeah, I'm just saying it, man. I'm selling the bread of life. I'm Guru Dave, man. I'm here to deliver the world. I have the bread of life. I have the bread of life. Yeah, well, where's the bread? Oh, don't worry about that. Here, let me do like Bill Gates and manipulate the data and lie by manipulating the data. Let me lie by manipulating Prabhupada's concepts in the even in Vaishnavism. Most people are caught up in speculation. They still have the illusory potency covering them. Even if they're good, it ain't good enough to be good. That's what you're going to learn here. It's not good enough to be a vegan. It's not good enough not to kill an ant. Many devotees, they could be a devotee and still have killed something. The only ones that are not devotees, that have very little possibility, if they keep up doing what they do, is a blasphemer. That is worse than eating meat, beef. It's worse than eating beef, is to blaspheme a devotee who has real bhakti, because you hide the path from those who need to go in that door. The Lord says, "Well, I can deliver meat eaters." He did. He delivered the tailor. It was a Muslim beef eater, man. He gave him darshan of the Vrindavan Krishna. He jumped up. "I have seen, I've seen, I've seen." See, he got the mercy of Lord Caitanya through serving Srivas, even though the Lord said, well, I'm sorry, I ain't going to give you bhakti because you're eating beef. He just gave him bhakti because he was a servant of the Lord. See? If you follow those teachings, the devotees to you, oh, you can't worship Krishna if you do this or you do that. No, you can't really worship Krishna if you blaspheme ecstatic devotees, my friends, because you're worshiping through blasphemy. And until that fault is eradicated, you'll be dry as a bone. Look at Fanny. She has a stake herself. I didn't tell her, well, I'm sorry, you can't do it. I don't, why should I? She's doing great. She likes Krishna. That's all. Man, the Krishna's given her himself, love of Krishna. She loves and relishes these pastimes. She likes to hear transcendental topics. Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and split hairs. Just be natural, if that's your natural food. It's like if I go to Garuda and say, Garuda, I'm sorry, you can't worship Krishna because you eat whatever it is, snakes and fish or something. Sorry, you can't be a devotee. Yeah, it's how ridiculous. Or go up and say, see, this is all 10 canto preaching here, man. You better be ready for this. If you're not ready for this, go follow Jaipataka or something. Go follow Radhanath. Go follow these guys, man. These external devotees. Don't come here, man. This is too deep for you. Right? Just go out there. Go believe that only vegetarians get into the kingdom of God. Yeah, sure. I can't believe, but so many Vaishnavas still on that platform. This guy eats some meat, therefore he can't be worshiping God. Hey man, it's probably worshiping God better than you because you're a blasphemer. Blaspheme, criticize ecstatic devotee. You don't know it's the ecstatic devotee is the one who's saved, and the Lord can give ecstasy regardless of your habits. You just got to get the mercy of a Vaishnava. You either got it in another life or this life. I dare any of these gurus. You come and try to overturn these teachings. There's no way you can do it because these work. We got Beefeater. Look at this. Fanny has a stake. Look at her energy, man. She's humble. She's ecstatic. Krishna's obviously given himself to her. Regardless of what her habit is, natural habit is. Yeah, you can tell, I'm not here to kiss people's ass to get followers. That's why I only got 10 people watching instead of hundreds or thousands like Sadhguru, lying to people. Oh, well, he sounds good. He talks, it's all body stuff, man. It's all about the world and worldly things and how to live in the mode of goodness. Ain't good enough, man. That's why he's at the World Economic Forum. He got he's got people building websites for him and all that stuff because he's part of that group. It's part of Maya, man. See, I'm here to preach the deeper principles. And I'm telling you, this is all in the book, that the tailor of Srivas Thakur ate beef. He was a Muslim. It was his natural habit. And he got love of Krishna. So why don't they teach that in ISKCON or anywhere else? Because they don't know these principles, even though they're in the books. And they don't even know the principle about, for them, it's okay to blaspheme ecstatic devotees, even though in the books that Lord Caitanya, I don't give the blasphemers ecstasy until they give that up. All I can do is instruct them. All I can do, Gaur Haridas, is instruct people with these tough teachings. It's tough for them. I can't give the blasphemy. See, they don't know. They think it's more, the Lord was giving ecstatic love to the beefy. That wasn't the only one. There were many Muslims he met that got this gift simply because they accepted the Lord. They accepted the devotees. See? And those who still blaspheme, you're held back, man. You're held back. And the beef eaters get into the kingdom before you if they come here and they listen to these talks. And we got people already proving it. That's why Jesus, he liberated beef eaters, man. They were beef. Look at Matthew. He was sitting there eating and with with all these tax collectors. What do you think they were eating? He became a saint by associating with Jesus simply because he heard the word, the vibration from an intimate devotee. That's the secret. One who's a realized soul teaches the real principles. See, what I just said, even as it's not popular amongst devotees. They don't like teachings like this. They rather blaspheme. They rather go on with their blasphemy, right? They don't want, this is horrible for them. They don't like this. To tell them not to blaspheme ecstatic devotees in our Sangha? No, no. No, just tell them God is not merciful to the meat eaters. He's only merciful to the blasphemers. Come on, that doesn't make any sense, does it? To deliver the pious and annihilate the miscreants, as well as reestablish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. So, to deliver the pious and annihilate the miscreants. See, a miscreant just naturally goes against God. Naturally, even though they may even appear to worship God, it's hypocrisy still. It's an obstacle. See? So to annihilate the miscreants, the way the Lord does it, because it's so polluted in this world, man. People are just contaminated with everything. He's going to just do in one shot everybody. He's just, if you come and you listen to the real devotees empowered by Lord Caitanya, all whatever's miscreant inside you, we've already done it, will be excreted out. You become very quickly pious and righteous, very quickly. Doesn't matter, and it'll come out of you. That's the obstacles. See, and you're delivered not in the mode of goodness, but in pure goodness. You begin to be able to relish talks about Krishna and these deep truths, relish the holy name in ecstatic shelter. You feel, oh wow, the Lord is with me and protecting me. See, just by hearing and be associated with devotee, what we're doing is the highest path on this planet, man. If you're not like this, if you're not empowered by Lord Caitanya, then this is the highest type of thing you can do. This is praised by Narada Muni, the path of Harikatha, talking about Krishna in an empowered way, as he is truly, and what his real mentality is. You listen here, you get over all the obstacles just by hearing. A lot of people don't know these subtle principles. It can be so simple. Listen, dear Gorsai, devotees, every day, open your heart. Yeah, the light shines every day. That's simple. I want to go deeper and deeper. This is the best gift of my life. That's a devotee. That's an example of somebody like Maharaj Parikshit. He kept saying that to Shukadeva. I want to go, just what she said. I want to go deeper. Tell me more. I want to go deeper into these subject matters. I want to know more about the Lord. See? And willing to listen to the empowered devotee who's the flute. Krishna speaks through that devotee. See? And if you're not envious of that devotee or you're not a blasphemer, then you can get this transmission just by hearing. Yeah. Oh, my Lord, my dear Gurudev, you're pulling me out of this Maya. Just by words, isn't that it? By the word. See, truth. The truth sets people free. That's what it's about, man. Go deep to real transformation and transcendental realities. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what else we got here? See, being freed from attachment, fear, and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me. See, simply by this following this path. See, you're purified by of attachment, anger, and what else did he say? Attachment, anger, and fear. See? By being purified by transcendental knowledge. How do you get that? By just reading Bhagavad Gita? Well, that's something. That's good. But better is by being like an Arjuna and hearing from Krishna or an empowered devotee, empowered by the transcendental potency. Oh, man, do you go fast that way? You guys are all like that. You're all like Arjuna. If you've come to the point and you say, "Oh, really, man, I really love these talks. I feel I want to go deeper, deeper, deeper." Oh, you don't think Krishna's looking at that? He said, "Ooh, this person's getting it." See? But she can only get it if you got the Lord's mercy through the devotees. See, purified, and you can tell. Are you getting over fear? Are you getting over attachments to this world? Are you getting over angry? You know, the anger. That's why you see people. The Lord ain't waiting. Look at River. You know, she had a lot of anger stuff coming out and everything. The Lord didn't wait to give. You could see symptoms. That's why I say, don't look at the crust. Look at that. The Lord is giving. She's laughing and crying. She loves the book. She loves her guru. She's surrendered. You know, and these things are just stuff coming out. See, soon it'll be gone. It's already so much is gone. She's also even reporting, wow, I feel so much more free. What a great example. See, Krishna sees her heart. He says, oh, I'm not going to wait for her to get over anger. See, when I was with Narayan Raj, oh, well, you get over anger first. You get over all your attachments first before we talk about ruchi or taste for Krishna. You just follow lots of rules and lots of fasting, and you chant 1 lakh a day, man. And then at the end of the life, maybe you'll make it through, maybe, but probably not, through not having no attachment and no material desires. And then we can talk about taste for Krishna. Ah, come on, man. That ain't the real path. That ain't the path of Lord Chaitanya's mercy, man. Lord Chaitanya's mercy is, hey, man, you know, I came to this world to give myself to people, even the lowest persons, if they will come into the association of my real devotees who have real bhakti and real clear logic and knowledge. If they will just do that, I'll give myself to them. And then work from the inside. What do you think Jesus meant? I'm the true vine, and my Father's a gardener. You don't think I can say that? I could totally relate to that. You, you know, I'm on that vine, man. That's all I see is that vine, man. The true vine, the real bhakti. That's the only thing real in this world. Everything else is bullshit and powerless. That's why you don't see any of this kind of bhakti in any of the sanghas because it's not there. It's not proven that these gurus got it because you got, hey man, yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion for Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. Hey man, that's happening here, I noticed. So you got certainty here. Everything's uncertain. Well, where's the devotion in any of your disciples? Where are they laughing and crying? All I see is the gurus and the disciples hate what we do. They still got hate and anger about what we're doing. Little babies. We're going to get those babies. Yeah, see, these simple statements. Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. There you go. Look for that path. Oh, that path is here, by the way, and I haven't seen it anywhere else. Prove me wrong. Prove me there's somewhere else where you see the ecstatic devotion in like Johann visibly and Lalita Ganga. Show me. Even not even in where she is, they believe in it. Can you imagine that? That many there probably don't believe in her ecstasy. That shows you how high this is, how deep this is. Okay, what else we got? Being freed from attachment, fear, and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me. See? That happens really fast. See, if you just go to the temple and you go to these gurus who don't are not getting the refuge yet themselves, as I said, if they got ecstatic devotion, it doesn't apply to them. But I haven't seen it. Okay? If you can do that, you can go to these gurus, you can go on a pilgrimage, you can spend your life doing the rules and regulations, and still you could die without having the refuge. I mean, the real deep refuge. You have something, maybe just a little. Or you can come where the devotees have the full on refuge. What does the refuge mean? Oh, wow, the Lord is my umbrella. The Lord's pastimes name my umbrella, man. My God, my love for you is my protection. My love for you is the mercy. My love for you is my purification. My love for you is everything. Thank you for that love. Hey, that's called bhakti. That's called praying. Hey, that's called taking refuge in the Lord. See, people are practicing and getting a little bit. You're practicing and go slower. But if you come here, boy, man doesn't move fast. If that's what you want, the shelter. Yes, shelter is intimacy with the Lord here, man. That's what it's all about. To be so close to the Lord that you get the nature of the Lord. He's laughing, he's crying. It's his nature. He's raging, ecstasy, and bliss and rapture. He's enraptured by the spiritual potency. That's Guru Dev. You got to see that in some lifetime just by seeing it, even though you don't know what it is. What's Guru Dev? You saw it. Whoa, lucky dog, you. You saw what most people haven't seen in 4,320,000,000 years of this kind of ecstatic worship. Janardhan says, yes, I want the shelter of the Lord. Yes, isn't that nice? The refuge. It's so great to have the transcendental Lord as your refuge, not the mode of goodness. So I'm going to take see, that's okay. I mean, that's right. Prabhupada taught. Yeah, yeah, get the refuge of the rules. You get a little refuge, But that's still, that's not fully it. This is fully it, man. And this gets more full, more amazing. Can it be that these Mayavadis just aren't ready to give up ego in the sense of feeling special, superior, and slaves to their mind? So they are happy where they are. Great. Thank you, everybody. I want to encourage you, whatever on your mind, put it out there. And then we'll have discussion. Can it be that these Mayavadis just aren't ready to give up ego in the sense of feeling special, superior? Yeah, yeah. That's basically, see, a lot of people have just naturally, as human beings, have needs. See, that's why you need the mercy and the shelter to go through a transformation. See, a spiritual transformation, this born again, where you become a different kind of person. See, people have this sense of, being in the Maya makes you want to be special. Even here, people got to get purified through this need to be special, to be seen as special, to be important. See, this is still, you're still in process of getting purified. Yeah, superior. See, you want to feel superior. This is nature. That's why the things are going around. That's why the World Economic Forum, they feel themselves superior to they call people that are weak, useless eaters. See, they're more strong because they're more crafty, more cultured. See, but their hearts are just like dark. To a real devotee, say, "Well, the heart's full of darkness, man." The easier ones to reach are the innocent ones. The weak ones. See, if weak people come here, that those are the ones that these elites want to discard. They want to get rid of them off the planet. They're useless eaters. See, they can't give them life because they speak death into people. That's what demons do. I don't care how cultured they are. You're still a demon if you act like a demon. If you want to kill people, you know, and you don't care about them, you have no empathy. I'm like, oh, you're not even a human. That's why it says a lot of people there's not a human consciousness in some of these demons. They're more like reptilian type mentality. They even, that's what they say. There's a lot of talk about that. They're like man eaters. They like to eat children and drink their bloods and all this garbage. I mean, it's in the Bhagavatam about people like that. They're not really. It's a very subhuman state, and they just like you see these science fiction movies where these aliens they have really great. Uh, like their technology is far beyond ours already. But see, they may be like reptilian types, very like they don't really, they're very like gross level. They look at you like like us. They don't see the consciousness, the potential in man. They don't see that. They don't care about it. They want to stop it actually. So anyway, we're here to awaken that consciousness in anybody because we're all family. It's just the lizard people, whatever they are, the demons, the WEF, the demons, the demigods. We're all part of the eternal family. Just very few know it, and most don't. They're not awakened yet. But when you're awakened, then you start to feel relation here. But you see, you got to get through this level of like that's a contamination still. You got to go through the transformation, and as you associate here, you'll get more pleasure, more happiness, not being acknowledged but acknowledging others, acknowledging Krishna, glorifying the Lord, praising real devotees. See, that becomes the specialness that we're really looking for. Yeah. And superior is just praising superior personality. See, when the thing is, the Lord gives you the real eyes. Oh, yeah, let me praise Prabhupada. Let me praise Rupa Goswami and all these devotees. And your happiness becomes in praise, praising real devotees, real devotion, real principles, the real Lord, the transcendental Lord, that praise, those praises. See, and then you feel really satisfied. Otherwise, you'll never be satisfied trying to be superior because we're not that way. Devotees are superior. They're not even looking to be superior. They don't think about like oh I'm looking to see. They don't get ras from being superior. Their happiness is in tasting the ras of praise of God, praise of devotees, praise of the holy name. Following the principles, the deeper principles of bhakti. Yeah. So the way out for those Mayavadis or anybody else like that, you just come here and you listen and you hear, you do some service. See, and by you become transformed, you become reborn spiritually. There's a great video out there on YouTube of Saint Clare and her transformation. And she says exactly, basically, what we're teaching. When she finally surrendered to the association of, of was it St. Francis, he wouldn't let her into the association at first because she wasn't ready. And then she just got it because she was serving St. Francis. She was giving him breads and all that stuff and helping him. And the Lord gave her the mercy because the Lord's very merciful to those who serve as the real devotees, like St. Francis. So she got the mercy and everything flipped. And she came out, and you can see it. I wish I could find it really easily. I would put it up here. I'm going to try. But anyway, finish the story. So she runs into the fields. You could see it's really nicely put in this movie called Brother, Sun, Sister, Moon. She runs through the fields, and then she comes to St. Francis, who goes like this: "What are you doing here?" And she says, "Listen, I don't want to be loved anymore. I want to love. I don't want to be understood anymore. I want to understand." See? See, everything flipped. She became a devotee now. See? And then he accepted her association. See? So we take people and bring them through the transformation here if they want to go. Would you rather be like that? Because you'll never be satisfied. That's human. It stays human. You want to be acknowledged. That's a lot of these gurus are like that. That's why they're gurus. They're not gurus because they want to do, like be like, uh, like that's for them to do. They're doing because a lot of people, they want the praise. They want to be acknowledged. That's like politicians. They like being something and somebody. They want to be somebody. See, that's exactly what they are. They're somebody, material body. That's about all. These gurus are just somebodies. Oh, he's so and so. He's a disciple of Prabhupada. Oh, whoopee doo. Yeah, he's somebody. See, he's somebody. He's somebody. Yeah, that's about all. He's just somebody, man. Somebody, some physical body. Doesn't mean much to me. Somebody is some spiritual body. Where do you see that in this world, huh? I want to see somebody, man. I want to see some real body. Do you? Don't you guys? You want to see some body, man. You got to see some spiritual body here. Otherwise, it's meaningless and empty, fruitless. You got to find the transcendental Fruit Loops. See, we got transcendental Fruit Loops here. Hey, they got their spiritual body awakened, man. Now we can have some real fun. That's what we're here to show the world. How to have fun, man. Real fun. But you got to have your spiritual body awakened. You got to learn that. You got to learn the new rules. See, you turn your camera on regularly, associate with the devotees, make friends with the devotees, serve the devotees, hear from the devotees here, and you'll get purified. Otherwise, you die a fruit loop, a fruit in the loop. Yeah, great comments today. Robbie from Hensbuckle. Oh, yeah. Hey, Robbie. Welcome. Thank you for coming back there. I think if you're gone for a while. See, Gohari Das, Maharaj Ki Jai. See, Maharaj, see, isn't it amazing, man? I don't even think about being a Maharaj. People call me Maharaj with a t-shirt. It's amazing. Don't see, all you need is the truth. All you need is ecstatic worship, and you develop that. And automatically everything comes, Disciples come, and you liberate them, man. People, they can come here. You could say a lot of things about Gohari not being perfect materially, but people get liberated here. They get delivered. You can see their deliverance, even though you don't understand what deliverance is. Deliverance is what you see here, man. Ecstatically chanting a holy name with tears pouring out of your eyes and laughing like a madwoman, like Lalita and Johan. Janardhan Das. I know a great deal about them. Channel Valiant, Thor, Frank heads some space for us. Interesting, the ship's body works the same. I don't understand the purpose of the ships. Okay. Ah, yes, finally caught you on. Yeah, good. I do not want to listen. I want to hear you. Okay, good. Here we are developing a transcendental body. Exactly. That's what you're doing, man. That's what it's all about here, man. To be born again. You just like Jesus said, you cannot perceive the kingdom of God until you're spiritually reborn. You cannot enter the kingdom of God unless you're born again. So that's what it's about here. That's why you get purified by hearing these conceptions, this transcendental knowledge, and it matures to the point you get purified, and then devotion awakens, and pretty quickly, because we have the mercy of Lord Caitanya, and He wants to give Himself as quick as possible, to hasten our ascent into the spiritual dimension of consciousness. I listened to the Pope's reaction to St. Francis in the film. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a great movie, isn't it, Brother, Son, Sister? I've seen it so many times. I think the Pope said something about having lost the innocence he found in St. Francis through the responsibility of the world, yeah, of management of the world. And he made Francis a saint. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, so anyway, see, even that path. He was a devotee of Jesus Christ. See, Lord Chaitanya, he didn't have contact with Lord Chaitanya. So, see, like the Pope got in the management and everything. But anyway, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is of the nature that it's so overwhelming. See, that you just can't get caught up in too much into responsibilities. You may do stuff and all this, but whenever you realize remembering the Lord is the most important thing, because it awakens your ecstatic love, and you accomplish everything by that awakening. It attracts Krishna, and that's who everybody's heart is looking for. Everything that you want in this world is basically you really want intimacy with God, but you just can't get it with anything material in this world. You can't get it. See, God is gold also. That's the Lord. And you trying to get intimacy, oh, you were trying to hoard it and everything, but it just doesn't quite fulfill. That goes for everything. See, even your family and children and everything, you get happiness from them, but it's not perfect. It's just see the children, they grow up and then you lose that. They leave you and go somewhere, and that's it, or they die even, or you die, and that's it. It's finished. Okay? This relationship that we're developing, awakening, it's forever. Even it doesn't die at the body, at the end of the body. You've got, see, Jesus taught what you bind on earth, you bind in spirit. See? So if you bind devotion in this world, when you pass from the body, you bound that because it's eternal. Devotion is eternal. See, you bind that here. That's why the Lord comes here. This is why He has His pastimes. When we're ready to be delivered, the most ideal place to be delivered is here on earth, because it's not too bad and it's not too good like heaven, and it's not too bad like hell. It's a middle ground. So you can meditate, you can focus, you can concentrate on the real path if you're lucky. Yeah, you see, all that stuff is motivation in there, material motivation. There are reasons for worshiping God, The Catholic Church, we can bring more devotees and all. See, that's all material. Um, it's tainted with material consciousness. That's not why a devotee worships the Lord. The Lord, you're just loving the Lord, loving relations. That's what it's all about, real Krishna consciousness. Mm. Okay, let's. I got to stop here a little bit. Whew, boy, what a intense, huh? It's always intense. Here, okay, we'll rest up a little bit. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. Hare Krishna.